If you want to create beautiful AI animations without any expensive hardware on your personal computer or knowledge of the programming language, then this video for you. I will take you step by step through my workflow how I create these animations. We are going to use some paid services. However, you can do exactly the same things for free. It just will take a little bit longer time to acquire free credits. Let's go ahead and start working on this. Many times when you create AI animations, you can start with a one frame, but nature of AI render, you don't know how do you end up. So the beautiful things about VidU AI that allowed us to specify start frame and end frames. Some other services also can do that as well. So in this case, we're going to utilize image to video. And if you notice right here, as on this example, we have our beginning frame and we have our ending frame. So we defined the two keyframes, beginning and end animations. And it is necessary for us to create animations longer than 5 seconds. Well, you probably ask questions, how? And now let's say this way, we have a one frame beginning, then we have end frames, and AI create all those frames before. So next what we do, we're shifting this, and now like example here, we'll take this end frame, move it up front, and we'll have it our another frame, which will be our ending frame. So in this case, we define those main keyframes as we're going along, and we allowed AI to fill up for us frames between. This is not new. It actually was done in the early 1900s when you create all animations. And you have a main animator who draw keyframes, and you have people who call betweeners, who fill up those animations between main frames. So in this case, you're the artist and AI is your helper who create those between frames for you. To create a main keyframe, we can use it at different services. And I'm actually going to show you a couple different areas, or actually 3 different applications, how we can do this. 4. Actually, we're going to use the 4 different applications. It's just to better fit your style, and also if you want to do absolutely for free or you want to spend a little bit money. I will also mention what the strengths and weaknesses of each of them. Well, let's go ahead and start first with describing our character. And to describe our character, we're going to utilize ChatGPT. You can also use it different large language model, Groku, or from Microsoft Copilot, which is based on ChatGPT, or some other ones. Okay, what I done here, I just says write description for MidJourney, because as a first example, I'm going to use MidJourney. And the reason why I also specify MidJourney, because MidJourney have a specific requirement for tokens, or how many words they can use, that how description working. Because even you don't use it in MidJourney, but says for the MidJourney, it will kind of tell ChatGPT in this case to create a specific prompt with specific descriptions, which is work very well for all other image generation. So in this case, I says for MidJourney, create image of android made out of porcelain, good trimming, dress and rococo dress, and standing on middle of ballroom. So after this, we can go inside MidJourney and create. MidJourney, it's a paid service. Just let you know ahead, and you can see right here, it's created a very nice, beautiful image with high detailizations. Let's look on the different services. So notice I'm going to copy this prompt, and I'm going to ImageFX from Google Labs. And you can see this is creating. This is absolutely free to access on a time of recording. But before, be sure you set in landscape or any other mode you want to create. And you can see it's very fast and created perfect image for us. Beside that, you may have it many different options. The another way I want to show you it is creating by utilizing Wisk. And Wisk application is the same from Google Lab, but this is very interesting approach. For example, you notice they have it, okay, let me delete this one, they have it like subject, scene, and style. So it's meaning you can describe or uploaded images. In this case, I have a photo of my beautiful wife from photo shoot when we did a Morocco photo shoot, and we have a different scenes. Scenes you can upload it, just take with your camera photo shoot, or you can also just click on a plus here and just generate your new, for example, enter text, and you can say Rococo landscape. Just bring anything, and this will also generate image. This is a background. For example, if you notice right here, I select background with 3 windows, and we're just utilizing or reference similar backgrounds in ours. It won't be exactly the same background, but it will be very close if we want to use it. And for example, right here, if you have it like landscape, you can use it. Down below is a style. For me, I just same generate style of the Rembrandt lighting, oil painting alike type. And when we're done with this, you can go ahead. It says Android without personal. You can do this, or you can same just copy and paste whatever we have a description there. Be sure you're set to properly aspect ratio, and you can just go ahead and create it. All of these services that I'm showing, it is on-time recording. So it's meaning if you are maybe come in the future, they maybe will become pay or remove it, but you know, it's a nature of online services. Some of them may become expensive, some of them free. Okay, and right here we created ours, and you can see in a type of landscape background, so we can switch our scene back to ballroom. And now we have our image with this room, 3 windows, and we have here. So it's somewhat consistency. Well, let's go back to our ChatGPT, because ChatGPT also can create images. All what we need to do in ChatGPT, or how to say other application, just say made, and be sure you specify what format you want it, because we want to keep it consistency in this format. Wide format image, base it on that description, and it will create for you. One thing's happening here, AI will create with their own vision, so you cannot control, but we sometimes need to control. We want to be sure we control how environment look, and most important, how the person look. So with ChatGPT and some other ones, you also can reference image. So what we do in this case, we'll just, however, go click on this plus sign and go to upload from computer. And of course, what we want to do, we need to add use photo as a reference to pose for our description. So just tell also ChatGPT that we want to use this photo. You can also reference to use the face, but that one for our next project a little bit later in this video. And of course, right here we have a pose which we created, reference that we can use it in other ones, and also it says, hey, let's create image based on this in white format. And here is ChatGPT created. Notice what we have. We have our pose when person staying with happy face, and it's actually utilized, which is meaning you can even take your own personal photo, pose it, smile how you want it, tell ChatGPT analyze and using. If you use it before like stable diffusion or other things, this is what we call control net there. But on this case, you don't need to know any programming or any special skill. You can just do straightforward with application. Okay, so we have our image created. The next step, if you notice before what we have our keyframe. Problem with keyframe, if the keyframe is too different one from another, then you may have it artifacts or your characters start changing too much. For that, we need to figure out how to fix it. Well, if we're using MidJourney, which create beautiful images, it's a little bit harder. You can still reference to the image, and if you click, like for example, on an image, you'll notice you have options right here: image prompt, style reference, character reference. So you can also just go copy and paste the character, that face you want to reference, which is kind of can be work in this case, like right here. There you go. We can reference character. We can reference as well style of generation, for example, and you can reference image, how pose or prompt. So we can do this, but it does not necessarily work as well. It does will keep it a little bit closer, but not perfect. But again, it's what we're looking for, how we can create. Okay, and in this case, let's go just say, which one we'll go select? Oh, we'll just go select like this prompt. Okay, right here. Let's go back to our generation. We'll go on the top. We'll save it our original prompt. Go back here. And we're going to generate this. Well, as I said, MidJourney provides a very beautiful image, very high detail, but I found out sometimes a little bit tricky. In some cases, ChatGPT does a better job. So let's go back to our ChatGPT till those performing, creating our image, and we'll look right here. So ChatGPT create for us this image we wanted in white format. Next, what I want to do, it just says make exactly same. Okay, let me try this. Make exactly same, only zoom out to full figure. And this is very important for you to say. Be sure it is exactly same character and room. You need specify to ChatGPT. And when we zoom out, you can see right here, look, it's using exactly same room, character, only full figure. But you remember what I told you? If we don't specify wide format, it will actually create portraits, which does not necessarily work for us. So that we need to specify, almost always we need to specify what format of the image we want to have it in ChatGPT, because it does have it mind of its own and can go in a wide format. We need to tell that. And of course, if you're using image render which does not have it reference, so for example, like right here, we don't have it reference to the pose or anything, then we need to modify this through our description, through our prompt. And we can do this inside ChatGPT. You can just specify create another description only for the close up. So in this case, like right here, it will create another prompt for us for the little bit more close-up image, and we same way we can go and recreate this image. The biggest problem when you don't have any specific reference to the like clothes, look, description of the person, is always variations happen, like right there. In our second project, I will show a little bit tip how you can hide some of those imperfections by utilizing specific stylizations. And here we have it, our ChatGPT created same image in a wide format. Notice we have it head turned one way, here we have it head turned different way, which is actually even better, tell you true, because it's meaning more motions. If we want to zoom out, on this case, pose not necessarily of the person will be same, it will move. You can also specify this. If you write and you create on this image, you can also says not just a zoom out, but for example, rotate your head from left to right and everything. So ChatGPT actually does very good. The biggest problem what I found by utilizing ChatGPT this way, it is image quality degradation. So after time, it start having some problems, distortions. So you almost always need just take this original image, download it on your computer, then upload it back from your computer and say reference to this image exactly. So the then you will have a higher chance it will look on a style and everything. But the safeguard inside the ChatGPT prevent from using exactly same image of the face on your next render. They kind of don't want people to make fake, deep fake images. So even its image is created by ChatGPT, but by internal engine, it will try to avoid this because it does not know, and face will be very slightly. So just also this is keep it in mind. Best way to avoid this is create character that will look a little bit later how to do that. Okay, so we're done with this. And let's say at this point you create some of those keyframes already here. And in mind, we'll just as example, we're going to utilize and using some of these. Notice I have some close-up portraits, mid shot, and by the way, this is with the same character we did in MidJourney. Notice the face is similar, not exactly, but very extremely close up. And so this is actually, we can utilize when our frames look somewhat consistent. Sorry, our keyframes look somewhat consistent for us. So let's go ahead and download some of these images. In our case, we're going to use just 3 images that I took it from MidJourney. We'll use it the wide format. We'll use it also half body shot, and we'll use it close up. For those 3 images, it will give it us about 2 animations because we'll have 3 keyframes, beginning, middle, and end, and it's given us good example how to create and after combine them together. Even VidU AI allowed just a simple going upload image and let it figure out by itself how to animate. You also could specify your own animations. And it's easy to do with a ChatGPT. For example, right here we can say, yeah, make animations for VidU AI animations. And right here you can see it's actually created very nice descriptions, which included description character, camera position, scene, and effect. You don't necessarily even can use this, but you can always reference this, and this will help. In our case, I'll just copy this, and inside of VidU AI, we're going to use it, base it here. By the way, just let me repeat again, all of these links for all those services will be down below. And if you're using VidU AI from my link, it will give you extra credit, so you can also can create your own animations. And you know, creating your own animations, you don't log, just create what we do. For those credits that you receive it, you can create a beautiful startup for your channel example, just like this, which I created for a Geekatplay and utilize only, I think, 80 credits because it's have it on a few frames. See, it's all very fun. There you go. Well, let's go back to our project. Okay, we have it, our descriptions. Let's go upload our beginning frame and end frame. And I'm going to start with my wide shot frame that's kind of tied to locations, and after zoom a little bit closer to our Android. And this is up to your creative, how you like to put it those frames. Best way, if you also maybe start with ChatGPT to help you build your story, maybe even say build for me a scene how you want it, because you can create a very interesting stories. Well, in this case we'll just go simple. We have the wide frame, we'll come closer. This is our first. Next, because I'm utilize a new Q1 model, which is real impressive. I mean, seriously, if you look what animations can create it, It's a really impressive new model from VidU Q1. So we'll go use this. 5 seconds. We have a choice, 1080p, moving amplitude. And let me explain a little bit what's going on here. After, it's when AI decide by itself. It's give it sometimes maybe a random effect, but it's also see how much object changing and try to apply. Sometimes it's work. If you needed a more simpler, less movements, rotation or other things, just set to the small. You can always try both if you have it more credits. If you want going with a safe way to do, for sure it is work properly, I would recommend go with a small selection, because this way you will avoid some possible artifacts in emotions. So now next, how many you want to create? Amount 1. Notice in your case, you'll probably will have it right here, 30 credits, because we have it on highest model. And how I say, you have it 20 credits. If you log in daily, you will have it, so you can accumulate and create those 2 frames. In our case, we'll create it for this animation 3 frames. Yeah, we have 3 keyframes, 2 animations, so it's a 60 credits. With my login, you should have it 80, plenty to create those animations. Or if you create your own logo, same, you should have it plenty of credits to create your own beautiful logo for your channel to start up. Well, you'll notice right here, I'm actually on the 0. So this is off peak, and this is when you use a different type of the subscription. You don't need to subscribe, but I just want to explain what's going on here. I do like with the Ultimate, it does cost about $100 a month. It is expensive, but if you have a lot of crazy ideas, then you can purchase just for 1 month, create your full animations here, because it's unlimited. It means you can create unlimited amount of the renders in this month and create your own movie. So technically you can create full-length movie just paying $100 at all. Great options. But in our case, I'll go to use it credits, because of peak sometimes take a little bit time to wait, which is okay because you can stack them. Yes, but in our case, let's create this. So it will take 30 credits, and when do, we'll just click create, and right here it's put in coin and start creating. Now let's create our next frame. In next frame, what we're going to do, we'll just go click on the swap images, because we need our last frame in previous become first frame, and we'll just need to take this image and replace with our close-up. In this case, it will be just a face. We can also modify our description to match animations or effect you want it. I'm just leave it as is for now. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll again have it small, and we'll click create. Just to showing you different what is may happen. Let's go switch on after, and we'll just create one more in an after mode. Here's another interesting tip for you. If you want to create the cycle animations that have it looping everything, all what we need to do, we can have it bounce it back, so I swipe here, or we can take this image and replace now with our image, our last image. Now we can putting right here our first image. So in this case, we end with image the begin. So in this case, you can create very easy loopable animations. Okay, same, and in this case, I will just give it after, because notice it's a big difference here. Big difference in the resolutions and everything. So we'll just go ahead and click create. Well, as we speak, let's check what's going, and you can see it's actually progressed quite a bit fast. Again, this is progressing, this is rendered on their services, so it doesn't matter how you work. They actually have it VidU AI on your phone, so you can technically do everything what we're doing right now just on your cell phone, accessing those web applications. Okay, our animations is finished rendering. Let's see what we have. Here's a remember from our one frame to another, and you can see we come very closer. Notice on the background does changing, because how I say, it's not sometimes consistency in background, and in some cases ChatGPT does a little bit better job with this. But you can see we have a very nice, beautiful, just simple panning. And this is what's done with a very simple animations. How to say, it's a very safe one. Let's go look on another one. This is the same we did with the small animations. And we also have it in our effect was specified. And you can see this is a little bit more from mid-plan to close-up. And increasing this effect of the fog, hiding a little bit of the change of background. It's why sometimes if you have the big change in a background, you maybe want to utilize the special transition that like particles may be flowing or something else that is help to hide, you know, those changes that AI may do with inconsistent background. Okay, let's look right here. This is again a safe change. A little bit more close up. Let's look on another one. This was with after, and after did actually similar but just a little bit different adjustment. So you can play with this. We can see right here. And you remember we did this our last one, we gone from face to far away, and this is same set on after, and you can see just zoom out, and I think it did actually a very good job even with background, because we don't have it between frames, and a background match even better. So in some cases maybe it's worth us to skip even middle frame, but I just want to show you 3 frames and what we can do. So after when you build all your animations, we want to download it. And in VidU, just click down here and we can download it, that image on your drive. Well, next we're going to work add a little bit music just assembled together. If you want to depend quite a bit on your music, I would recommend for you to write the music, lyrics, and build your scene and motion based on the lyrics. But in our case, we'll just create a very simple music, something behind our scene, and we're going to assemble together. So let me show you interesting way how we can create music. And how say you can have it Refusion, which is have it free credits, you can use it. You can use it Mureka, another very interesting with free credits, or Suno. Suno also allowed you to use the free credits. In my case, I'm going to create Suno, and I will very fast showing you how we can create easy and very nice music. Well, we're going to ChatGPT, and reason is they have a special option called GPTs, something already pre-done and nice. So we'll just type Suno here, and as we type Suno, you'll notice it's have it, hey, we have it a Suno music and song generator. We'll have it actually quite a bit of them. Well, let's go ahead and try even new ones. Look, 4.0. When we click, it will create one. Well, preview, look right here. We'll see how it's good. Not. Let's try one more time. Just try different ones. Find one that is working. They're all kind of plus, minus. When you find one, let's go start chatting. And right here we can say, make a song about Rococo dance in Rococo style. So, or you can create your own. The nice things about when you utilize GPTs, notice what's happening. It's already create for us lyrics with a formatting specifically for Suno, as well as a style, and with a link and description. All what we need to do, just copy, paste. Let's go put this in our style description, and we'll just take all of this lyrics that is created for us right here, and we'll just copy and paste, okay, this lyric inside here. Well, you also notice on the bottom it says, hey, do you want to use it? I don't recommend do this. What is happening? They try to promote their own service, because Suno, for example, provide API access for third parties. They can create their own kind of wrapper around this service and allow to use it. Just go directly to Suno. Ignore this stuff on the back. All what we care about is generated for us this format. Let's go type, we don't need to exclude, so we'll kill this one, and we'll just type song title Rococo. And let's click generate. Okay, generation completed. We can listen. So it's created Rococo music. You can create, of course, disco, dance, pop, whatever you like it. It's up to you. Next, our step, we want to put those video segments together and put it music, maybe add something else. Well, we have a few options. You can go use it Canvas, which is provide free video editing. You can also go or try free online video editing from Adobe. It's a Video Express, which is work very well. All what we need to do is just put those segments. One that I recommend, but this is options is downloaded on your computer, Mac, PC, and I think they have it even mobile version right now. But it's allowed you to more utilize the editing, and I will recommend, if you think you will going to video edit, just use it DaVinci Resolve. We just have it absolutely free versions right here. You don't need Studio, but free versions is very powerful video editing. And if you think you're going to create more videos, I would highly recommend to look on that applications. It's absolutely free. It's a free forever right now, and it's work excellent. So and it's what we're going to use it, utilize DaVinci Resolve, because it's helped me show you a little bit better on what we need to tweak there. If you're not familiar with DaVinci Resolve, let me show you. After installations, you open applications. And inside applications, you have options to going and modify some of the project settings. Well, we let video format that we use it optimize those settings. For this, just open on the bottom, going right here and click on the edit option. So it will have it our edit option. Or you can also just go in media pool and just download it directly here. Well, let's go start actually from this. So right here we have our media pool open on the bottom, first one, and you see it says no clips. All those images that we created, 4 of them, I just drag and drop here, and they appear in our selection. Now we can go to our edit. You can, if you have a different workflow, it's fine if you like to different ways, but I think this way it's kind of fun to showing. So you can see we can preview right here. We have our first image, and I just go drag and drop on our timeline. You can use it Alt or Options and scroll button, just zoom in, or you can just zoom directly from here, plus or minus, and we're going to zoom into our timeline. And the reason why I want to zoom in, so we can preview what's happening. If we notice on the render, and look what's happening, first frame, but if we're going down, you see how it's become more blurry. And like right here, we're going, and in some case, see how the right here, how it's changed. And the problem is, if we go and connect this, and we'll go connect to our next frame in here, you'll notice this little bit jumpy. So let's go play. See, it's like click, little bit jump. I don't necessarily like this. So, and this is the reason I like to trim those connectors. So if we got closer, like right here, with just before change, we're going to click. You can slice here, or just a trim end, or just take an end here and drag like this. There you go. Now let's go do same here. See what's beginning, and as soon it's a switch to this animation, few frames, we'll just move it, and then we'll connect them together. So now look how smooth we have it. Beautiful smooth animations here. Okay, let's go move a little bit to the end. And same, we have it portrait right here. Oh, this is actually where we already have it close up. So remember, we have it 3 frames. Let me change this one as well, just a little bit, readjusting. And if we look now, we have it our 3 frames. Connect to our image and see how smooth it's going to another one, and keep. So if you have it 20, 30 frames, it's what I have it with my other project. You can do exactly same, just to connect them. And for example, if we need go back, bounce it, we can put this image here. Again, let's go see what we have. See right there, when it starts changing, we'll just trim this out. It's just mostly to create a smooth adjustments right here. Okay, we'll connect them together, and we'll go back here, right there to this point, and trim again. And of course, we can put it more and more. Another little bit tip for you, if you want to smooth even more, you can always go right here and going to effect, and in video transitions, you can go to like a cross dissolve, and you can put it a little bit cross dissolve on top of them. That will also smooth out better, but this is a little bit more advanced. In many cases, just a cut will work excellent. Now let's go zoom up and look right here, and you can see we have now these animations from 3. So we come closer to the face, we're closer, and we zoom out. And this one you can create a loop. So this is already, you can see, have nice animations done. To add music, it's easy as well. So for example, let's go ahead and select some music you created and download it, and we'll just right here just select again, trim, put it down below on audio, and notice we have it. Ooh, I put it on a wrong track, so let me go select this and just drag down. Right here you can see we have video and audio, and of course if you need it, you can go ahead and just trim out and create a little bit like right there, so it's a sound kind of nice move out. And that's all. There you go. We created our own teeny tiny music animation. And when you're done with DaVinci, well, I don't want to necessarily teach you on the DaVinci, but I want to show you basics so you can create an output. You can go right here with a rocket. And in a rocket, when we're creating, we can go to select output. Notice it says what you want to name. Music Rococo, for example, you can name it. The settings what I recommend for you to use it is go to MP4. If you render with a 1080, use H.264. And if you render with 4K, I would recommend 265. It's more optimized for 4K resolution. You can also use a timeline resolution. In my case, it's a 4K resolution, so it will upscale, and it does a very good job on this. And all what we need to do after this, just click add to render. So I'm going to specify drive where I want to render. Okay, actually 4K if we're using timeline resolution, which is right here 3840, so it's a 4K. I use it 265. Add to render, put it right there. Click on render all, and done deal. We have it, our animation. And here we can preview our output. So there's animations we just created with you. Okay. Well, what if you try to create something different with more consistent characters? And remember, I told you before how we can do this. Well, let me show you a few tips on 2 other versions that will help you to create animations that you like it. The one, if you notice, tip. So if we have these animations and we need to hide some backgrounds or some imperfection, we can utilize stylizations. Like for example, right here, look on this. This is done with a ChatGPT creating images, but you can see slightly inconsistency with the character that I created. However, because it's using like pencil drawing with other things, some of those look very natural. So in your case, when you create some, you can specify like, I want to create the oil animations, or I want to create some specific stylizations. Then those imperfections that actually will play in your favor. Then it will create, like in this case, a hand drawing. Yes, so you can see it does create, look, this special kind of feel. See how they're turning, all this stuff, it's look like a pencil. Imperfections, it just benefit in this case. And to do that in ChatGPT, all what you need to do is to specify create in a search style. You don't necessarily will copy, you want to say inspire by this style. For example, we can say create image of the what do we call, I know Russian name, it's Yojik for this, but we'll can call even, I think it's understand, create image of Yojik in the forest in the style of original cartoon. Money. Okay, so we can just specify wide format. And this is actually important to add, because I notice sometimes may give you error if you don't do this. Inspire by that art, not a copy. So you kind of tell ChatGPT you don't want to copy this precisely because it's go against the copyright, but you want to be inspired by that. And you can see right here we have it, our image. Look on this image, it's look like a hand drawing, perfect. Of course, next you want to specify if you want to create frame, same things what we did before, you need specify. So next, when you want to create another frame, remember what we need to do. Use exactly the same style and character, only place him sitting by the lake with moon in the sky. Use, and this is again important to re-emphasize this, use exactly the same character and style and wide format image. So this is actually, I found, a very important to tell, because ChatGPT have a mind of its own and sometimes can drift very easy out of style you want it. And here we have it, our character. Look right here, character standing there. This is sitting by the lake. Very nice frames, and it's similar things. You can go ahead and create all those different frames for your own story as we done before, and going inside the VidU AI and create here. Well, let me show you the last option you can do, just in case you want to take absolutely exactly the same character with the different scenarios. So we'll already pre-build our base, and you understand how keyframe work and other things. So let's look on our absolutely persistent character. So right here is as example, I take it my face and I paste it on this Cheburashka. It's Russian Soviet character kind of cartoon. Look on the t-shirt, you see the words Mugati? Well, and you see how is it in many things, it's exactly the same. So it's not degrading, and I'm just skipping right here. By the way, if you're interested again, well, let's even dance on a dance floor. But if you're interested, all links to those videos will down below. Be sure to check them out just to see how it's working. Also, will show you some plus and minuses there as well, how it's work, hopefully give you better tips. But let's do that one right now. Okay, well, let's start to creating our character. In this case, I'm going to use it my face right here as a reference for the face, but I'm going to create this Cheburashka. So it says create a character reference image, isolate it, and this is, guys, important when you're creating. The reason is we need to create reference character, and we'll need to create this in 3 views: front, back, and side. The reason why we want to do, because if we're going on a video and we're going to utilize reference to video, you'll notice right here, let's go click on my references. When we create a different reference, we have it 3 views. It's all what we can use it for this, our characters. And it is what we need to create. So in its meaning, I'm creating character reference image, isolated on a white. You want to reduce as possible unwanted details. You want just your character without any distortions or any unwanted elements. So in this case, Cheburashka, like a character with a face uploaded from image. And this image what I uploaded, make it very cute, fuzzy, and you know, you can add some details here. But for me, it's important with the hand spread. So it's a spread hands on the sides. So it's kind of easy I recognize this character. Well, right here was generated, and you can see, look on this face here and face here. So it's kind of fun. It's just take my face and put it on this character. Well, beside the image, it's kind of fun. Next, what I need to do is create a back view. So what I need to do, it just says exactly same character. It is important to says exactly same character, style and pose, only from the back. So it's created from the back. Here's the things what's happening when you don't specify some elements, like for example with a face. I says exactly same character and style, view side, arm forward. So what's happening in this case, I did not specify use my face, and what's happening, it's using the character face, original character, which I don't necessarily want in this case. And remember, I said before, always specify format, because ChatGPT like to go on its own, and it's created wide format, which does not match to me. I need to be sure all my formats will be exactly same aspect ratio. So in this case, I says, okay, let's upload my image again. And I says, remake this image, face, photo, all this stuff. But I forgot to say side view. And as a result, I have another image of me looking forward. Well, it's okay, because what we do, needed side view. And now I have my side view of image. Well, at this point, we're ready to go and create. Wait, we don't have it actually our background. Let's go create some background. And of course, you can create your own background as your imaginations can go. Well, let's go now create. We're going to click reference to video. Sadly, it's only VidU 2.0 yet at this point. Soon they will probably have it VidU Q1, which is more superior model, but it still works just good and perfect for us. So let's create first references. So we can click on my references, and in here we go click on a plus, and you can see we can upload it up to 3 images, which is good. It's what we have it, front, back, and side view. And you can just click on a plus and upload those images. Okay, after this, we uploaded them. We have it our reference name. Next step is we'll analyze and create it through the clip interrogations, so we'll create descriptions, and we'll just, if needed, fix it, but I will just leave it as default. Click confirm, and there you go, we have it our character here. Notice I have it my previous as well character, but we're going to use it this one we just created. Now let's click on the check mark, click done, and you can see right here we have it our character. Of course, you can add more characters, so you can add more than one. For example, if I wanted, I can click and select something else, different characters like kitty or other things, or doggy, and put it in my image. And it will work actually very well with multiple characters, but right now we'll just use it one. Next, let's upload the image, and this is image, it will be our background. And you know, just make something fun, I will create a background of the pirate island. Of course, next we need description, and here is you can describe similar as before, the camera, effect, whatever. If you want it, you can just click render, and that's what we're going to do. We'll let AI to come up with some wild ideas. Before we click on this wild ideas, let's see what we have right here. And you can see this is settings. It's required only 4, imagine on this, only 4 credits. So if you assign and you have like 80 credits with my link that I'll provide down below for you, then you can create way more animations. You can create like a full cartoon based on this. But in our case, I'm going to put it a little bit better resolutions, will take more credits, and the movements will just say after 60. So we'll leave it as default, and we'll click create. Remember, if you go on the speed, it will be 360, I think, pixels smaller, which you can still upscale utilizing by Topaz Video Topaz AI. If you don't know this application, check some of my videos, and I think that video and the link to that software are down below, so you can also try it as well. And we're going to experiment. So experiment, I did not put it any motions. Usually we can have it like orbit around the character, or character can dance. You can specify all of these very cool options that you can by utilizing in ChatGPT, as I showed you before, or just typing by yourself. But also we're just going to create background, create our image, and you can see image is generating. Till it's generating, one tip on the background, you don't want to have it any other characters, because AI will recognize them and animate those characters as well, which just work very well if you have the birds in the sky, or maybe some other like fog coming, smoke. So it's very good, it will do this. But if you just don't want any extra characters mess up your scene, be sure you remove them. And here's our animation. Honestly, it's a wild animations because I did not specify anything. I let AI go berserk. And as a result, you can see, yay, I'm running around. Okay, let me go see right here. See, yay, I'm jumping around. But it's fun to see what's happening. Of course, if you're using descriptive, if you say character standing on a middle and camera orbiting around character, that will be different animation. And here just example what's happening when you even put it a little bit descriptions, like right here, camera orbiting around a character standing on the middle of the scene, looking around. So right here you can see it does not have these wild animations, but it's standing, showing me around, just explaining you how the persistent animations work inside AI animations. Well, thank you again for watching this video. Hopefully you find this interesting. Our link will be provided down in descriptions. Be sure to have it like, subscribe, share this video, because your support is greatly appreciated for this channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.